Good morning, everybody, and merry day after Christmas. I hope yours was a very happy one. Also hope that you had a little bit of this white stuff that fell in your neck of the woods. We had mostly rain, and it turned to snow just in time to give us a white Christmas. Oh yes, how sweet that was. And how sweet it is when we look at the first Sunday of Christmas time in our Revised Common Lectionary, and what do we see for this year? We see another song that comes from the Gospel of Luke in the first couple of chapters. Wow, song after song after song of beautiful praise and thanksgiving to God for what He's doing through His people and through some very individual people. And in this case, it continues to be Mary, who gave birth to Jesus. Only a new guy shows up on the scene. This guy, his name is Simeon. Now, here's what happened. It's 8 days after Jesus was born. Joseph and Mary made their way to the temple, and there they went through the rite of circumcision, because it's a boy. And then there's a prayer that they would have that would name the baby. All right, that was part of the whole ritual that went on. And also there was a sacrifice that the couple would bring as well to the temple. Now, this was not unusual. This went on day after day after day in the temple, and I'm sure it was almost like, I don't know what you would call it, a conveyor belt, an assembly line, baby, 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 much like sometimes might happen in our churches if we save up all the baptisms for the vigil of Easter or Easter Sunday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one after the other. Well, that always happened in the temple. And it was no different than with Jesus. He went in, circumcised, had the prayer, given his name, and it was on the way out of the temple that they bumped into this older dude named Simeon. Simeon was a prophet. He had been kind of hanging around for years. He was old. He was ready to die. But guess what? God had promised him that he wouldn't die until he saw the Messiah, until he saw the salvation of Israel. And so that's what this beautiful song is. Lord, now let your servant depart in peace, according to your word. For my eyes have seen your salvation, that you've prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of your people Israel. What a powerful prayer. And it's a prayer that's full of joy, a prayer that's full of hope. And basically Simeon is saying, I'm ready, God, take me. I'm ready to die because you've shown it to me. Now, on the way out, though, the happiness gets a little bit muted, and I'm sure it kind of raised an eyebrow or two on Mary's face as he's turning around one last time and looks back at Mary and says, don't really want to say this, but he's going to put a sword through your heart. He's going to put a sword. What a way. Thanks a lot, Simeon. You just had that beautiful song, and now you say something like that? Well, what Simeon was saying was the truth. Not only was Jesus going to bring salvation to the people, it was going to come with a cost. It's a cost that we will see come Good Friday. Hey, let's not go there yet. We have a ways to get to Good Friday and to Easter. For now, let's rejoice that Jesus is born. And let's sing along with Simeon. Our eyes, our ears, our lips sing it. Your salvation that you've prepared for everybody. Jew, Greek, Gentile, everybody. God's blessings be with you on this day after Christmas.